get into podcasts. They're so boring.
You're missing out. You guys should really check out this new one. It's called Keep It 99.
Keep It 99, huh?
Yes, it's Casual Conversations. Keep It 99 News presents. You see today's draft order. We got the WNBA draft, chaos, the gender debate, and the Newman fallout, as well as some other little young TikTok stupid trends I saw. So we're going to have a great time today. Of course, you know I am Zell May, your theorist, as well as the one, the only, the legend himself, the man himself. It is the African 75. You know that, all right?
Yeah, you already know. You're a local neighborhood to come back here to give folks a daily dose of dirtbag, same gimmick, different day, all gas, no breaks, cold hard hot takes, and everything that comes with it. If you haven't been apprised of the spiel, you have now been apprised of the spiel. Welcome to Casual Conversations.
Yeah, and you know, we just talk about whatever, and it's been kind of trending lately, especially on TikTok. I've been on my TikTok gram, so you see, like I said, the gender debate, the first thing we're gonna talk about, the WNBA draft stunt, and then the Newman firestorm with a few other things that has something to do with it in between. So I want you to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. If you don't, you don't have to. I'm not gonna force you to. We just gotta get better because we don't beg out here. And if you really enjoy it, hit that hype button. But I want your participation. I want you to tell me your thoughts and everything else. Let's get into some of these TikTok debates. Let's go with the first one. Let's go with the first. As y'all can see, the three stories. Let's give our one honest take. The gender debate. Who actually understands womanhood better? Yes, this is actually a discussion on Twitter right now. Biological women or trans women? We're not dodging this question. WNBA draft chaos. Enes Kanter, freedom. I don't know. And Royce White declared for the 2027 WNBA draft stunt statement or both. And of course, the Newman firestorm, Julian Newman's response to his sister's privacy violation, splits internet. And today they did a No Jumper podcast, which I thought was weird. And some of the statements her brother, Julian, twin brother, said is weird to me. But we get into it. But so the first thing we starting off with is who understands womanhood better? Yes, this is actually a question, a debate that was going on TikTok. Even though I'm gonna be real, most people, even most of the trans people, so I want to be transparent to them, said this is a crazy take. Both of these takes you're about to hear. And some of our men get involved in something that we're not into. So we're gonna talk about that. Biological women versus trans women, the debate that has taken over that group chats, comment sections, and even the WNBA. So let's get into this first one, and I can't wait to see Afro's reactions to some of these. So let's get to the first part. We got two videos to watch from TikTok.
I hate TikTok.
Let's listen to
them. On this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
What the fuck are we even talking about? What?
All right, that was Drew. If you don't know who Drew, she is like that's a real woman, by the way. It's not a trans woman. She's having these like weird debates and she just diss people on the internet all day. But that's why trans people are attacking her. She did do an apology video. And then she came back talking about, because the trans community, like, you made us a target and you're the gun who made the target on our back. But she still had a few thoughts about this and other things. So let's listen to what she has to say. Hold up, Afro, before you got to, because she gonna mention this a little bit. What's your thoughts on?
What do you mean? Like, do I think trans women understand womanhood? The beauty of womanhood more than women? Is that what you're asking me?
That's what they said. I don't.
Well, no. Do you want my thoughts on that question?
Yes.
That's fucking stupid.
Don't worry.
Listen, trans women. Okay, you got to understand that OG biological women ain't new to this. They true to this. The same can't be said for the trans individual because you're coming into the game late. So how are you gonna have a better understanding of a game when you're coming in too late?
I did give my research and gave fair perspective. So the best perspective I heard from this is that trans women understand the beauty, while regular, or they call them cis women, only
Cis
understand
women.
from a patriarchal standpoint of what is going on between women. What's going on? They only understand the patriarchal, misogynistic point. Which my first point is, to be a person, you have to take the good with the bad. You can't just become someone and then be like, I only want the good. I can't go to Afro's house and be like, never do the stuff Afro had to go through, and be like, yo, I'm Afro now.
Yeah.
And I only just want the good parts of Afro. You got to take the bad with it. You can't just take the good part. That's your story.
And surviving along with it, brother.
That's your story. Your story is your everything. It's not just the good parts. It's not just whatever. And trans people got their own problems and their own thing they deal with too. So it's not that. So you have your own identity crisis. But no one's saying it. We saying biological women, which this right here, let's go Drew again. This the woman from the podcast earlier. She did do an apology, but this is a follow-up. Let's go.
And terrible I have to deal with today. So I'm gonna make this one video for all of the TERFs that are just now finding me. I'm in a very
If you don't understand what TERFs is, because if you might not be in this community, because most people don't know what the fuck a TERF is, that's straight people.
bad mood right now, so forgive me if it's crass. The video that you guys are getting fake outraged over with my friend ER Fight Master is over a year old. The fact that you're pretending to give a fuck now means that you guys saw one alt-right MAGA-loving creator make a video espousing TERF rhetoric, and now you want to get clicks and likes too, which means you didn't go and watch the episode, you didn't do any of your own research, and that's embarrassing. So
okay, I'm gonna give you a chance then. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm not watching that whole episode. I don't care. I don't find anything. But I will give you a chance to explain it.
I'll go ahead and catch you up. Conversation being
there we go. Catch us up. Me and Afro is confused by your statement.
Is about how trans women most oftentimes identify with femininity and womanhood, sometimes even better than cis women do.
You didn't say sometimes. Y'all said you agree with they do.
Discussion to it. Maybe you should go watch it before you pretend to get mad. Either way, saying it's misogynistic to agree with a trans woman on what it means to be a woman, and then in your defense of that talking point, saying things like they don't know what periods feel like or they don't know what childbirth feels like is really fucking stupid and embarrassing for multiple reasons. Overarching though, it's bigoted and transphobic. Ironically though, it's also misogynistic. Reducing womanhood down to your uterus and what it does is quite literally a pillar in misogyny. That is quite.
All right, Afro, this is the question I want to get to. We're gonna finish the video to give her a fair chance. But I want to ask Afro this question. Afro, as the proponent of patriarchy. By the way, I don't know if people don't know it's a joke that we do about it.
Yeah,
you know, Afro.
Just folks.
Somebody might watch it for the first time and be like, "Oh, if you go watch even last week, we were like, yo, some of these single women, these they kind of transphobic with some of these statements."
I have 4 sisters, folks. I have 4 sisters.
Yes, there's a whole joke, but we're gonna continue with the bit because I know some people might watch this for the first time. But let's continue with the bit. As the proponent of patriarchy, this gonna come off. They're gonna hate me anyway if they're against this. Anyway. Is it more patriarchal and misogynistic for a man becoming a woman to tell women how they should feel, or women to tell the man who becomes a woman, don't care about that, but how they feel?
Now look, old Drew over there, she had a point. Now the point that reducing a woman down to her ovaries, her innards, and their actions, it is a pillar of the patriarchy. It is in fact a pillar of patriarchy, is reducing women to baby makers. Now, whether or not it is, I think it is more patriarchal of the men becoming women trying to tell the women what to do, because that just shows that men dominate everything, even switching genders.
Let's talk about it. Men are better women than women. Say it. Let's go.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing from this. So look, is it I think all in all, that could be a win for the patriarchy. I guess that I hear the patriarchy is far more liberal now than it once was. So like
Andrew Tate in jail. It's a lot of
yeah. Kate's in jail. You know what I mean? Fucking
Red pill died.
the red pill dissolved, brother. It dissolved right in front of us.
They got Charlie Kirk.
No, I think the patriarchy wins no matter what in this situation. Whether the women whether the women are in fact reduced to nothing but their parts, the reproductive parts in particular, or whether men are just telling women what's what, or men becoming women I mean, I think it's a win-win for the patriarchy. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's continue. Let's listen to what Drew guys said.
Literally a tenet of patriarchy. Reducing women down to being able to have periods and create babies is a huge misogynistic talking point. Weaponizing it to discredit and invalidate trans women also makes you a transphobe. Believing in feminism unless trans women are included makes you a TERF. TERF stands for Trans Exclusive Radical Feminist. J.K. Rowling, ever heard of her? That's what she is, and that's what you sound like when you say.
Well, she explained turf better because I really didn't know what it meant. I just this is what the gist I get because I've been hearing a lot of words say turf, so I just thought it was straight people.
No, it's
see, that's why we listen to people, Afro. This is why we listen.
That's why we get the context, because it's actually the exact opposite of a straight person.
Well, technically, it's probably the majority of straight people.
You think it's mostly straight people that are these?
I mean, it's kind of hard not to be
eccentrically radical feminists.
I'm pretty sure it's hard to not be, unless a lot of lesbians are just anti-trans that I didn't know about.
That could be. They don't want to get tricked neither. Damn, that was problematic. My bad, yo. What's wrong with you? Problem.
Where my brother?
I'm just hold on. All I'm saying is, hypothetical here, Zome, do you think that a lesbian biological woman would feel as tricked as, let's say, a straight man? Fucking, do you think they would both feel the same amount of what the fuck if they did take home a trans individual without knowing?
I don't know. That's a good question though. I don't know what the answer would be actually.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Damn, I wish Moonbeam was here for this one. As a woman that has been with women, would she? I would love to know how she would feel.
That's what I want to know.
If she were to take home a woman and it ended up being a man.
Hey, what's even funnier about these ridiculous videos being made mad at me is that ER is not a man.
Oh, it's Moonbeam. She's here. Let's go. The queen is here.
Yo, he literally pulled up at the perfect time then.
Yes. Mooney.
So I'm gonna.
Mooney's back. We finna do a repeat.
Hey, sorry, y'all.
Damn, you just wake up, nigga?
Say what?
I said you sound like you just woke up.
Because I did.
Okay, I figured. I was just making sure. I was like, that nigga sounds like she just opened her eyes.
Yeah, like I'm not even out of the bed. Like I just leaned over and was like, "Let me sign it."
I respect that, Moonbeam. We respect that.
Did you get your links in here, Moon? Or
you said Nani?
I said, did you get your links in?
I'm doing it right now.
All right, Moon. We got questions.
Well, you gotta give me
this. I
gotta pee.
Huh?
I said I just woke up. I gotta pee.
I told
you know how this works.
I can hear it in her voice, yo. I can hear it in her voice. I was like, that nigga just opened their eyes.
Like, and let me tell you something. The only reason I opened my eyes is because I guess I was sleeping good and I started choking on my spit.
Damn. Cold.
Almost died.
I happened to look at the clock.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit.
Guy wanted you to be on this video.
Yeah, they knew we were gonna need the expertise of a woman in these conversations. The universe was like, nah, we need the female perspective, but this thing can get nasty.
These niggas fucking this up right
I
now.
was already getting way too problematic. And see, with Moonbeam here, we can have the female perspective, and then maybe I don't sound as radical for some of these.
You better than you were last week. At least you didn't use like random words I didn't even know existed. I guess.
What, did I do that last week?
Yeah, like I was like, did you just call him a what? I'm like,
I don't know. I just be saying shit.
but Mona, you while you hearing this, Mona, I think you can hear it. So
Okay.
For anybody that don't understand, this is what we're talking about today. Who understands womanhood better? Biological women or trans women? That's the debate we're having on
Oh, there we
TikTok.
go. You said what?
Who understands womanhood better? Biological women or trans women?
Don't piss me off.
Let's go.
No, look.
Let's
I'm just here for. I'm just talking about the topics, Moonbeam. You know this. I didn't even. This is all Zell Meg. This is all Zell Meg. He brought this.
See,
here.
you're trying to get me caught up because one of my friends right now, or whatever. I feel like all of this is coming out too, because of the person that like the dreadhead girl that's going around. That's someone I know. She's from here. So the person that like is going viral right now with all of this trans shit, she's from here.
They going.
Although I do want to
I've been
ask you,
sending her
Moonbeam.
shit. I was like, go get this motherfucker too.
Okay. I do want to ask you, Moonbeam, as a woman who has been with women, do you think that a lesbian woman would feel the same amount of surprise if they took home a trans woman and didn't know it as a dude who took home a trans woman and didn't know it?
I wanted more simple question.
Well, no, I wanted this perspective. I felt like I said something crazy, but I wanted this perspective from a woman who's actually been with women.
Okay. Hold on. I
caught her. She was like, "Whoa."
So you asked me if
I'm asking you, okay, if you took home a chick and she happened to have the opposite of the intended genitalia, but still, well, basically, yeah. Do you think you'd be as surprised as a gentleman that did the same thing?
Would I be surprised as the gentleman?
I feel like a lot of gentlemen aren't gentlemen and would probably react violently. I don't know if you're going to start punching out a trans person if you take them.
Mona is not that type of person.
Well, you also gotta remember that I'm pansexual. So because of that, I've dated both trans men and trans women.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
So that doesn't affect me. I would be shocked though, because I feel like that is something that you should absolutely let someone know.
Okay.
Or whatever.
We're on the same mind. Because see, the whole thing
that's something that you should let someone know. And I feel like if you don't think that it's something that you should let someone know ahead of time or whatever, then you know you're not doing something right.
There should be no reason for you not to want to disclose.
There should be no reason why you shouldn't tell them. It's no different than like, and then I wish that people would use the same logic that we use with like men or women with cheating, and it's like, you don't have to cheat. There'd be so many people that would just be like down with it, or it's like, oh, well, I cheated because you knew I didn't tell you, or I lied because I knew you feel some type of way. That's manipulative as fuck. If you sat there and you didn't tell me that you had a dick between your legs or a vagina between your legs or whatever, you did that with malicious intent because you knew that if you told me, it was going to go one way or the other, and you took the choice from me by not telling me.
Tell them, Moonbeam.
So yeah. And to the answer to that, absolutely, and I'm going to say this while I'm on camera. Absolutely, and I hate that I'm on camera right now because I look like shit. But absolutely, the fuck,
you're beautiful, darling. You're beautiful.
Absolutely, the fuck, not hell. I still look better than her. Oh, you know what? Let me roll that in. Let me tell you something. The answer is no. A trans woman does not know more about being a woman or womanhood than a natural born woman. I'm so sorry to tell you. And that's not going to change. And you can bully me. You can do whatever the fuck y'all trying to do to woo me right now and all that shit like that. I'm from the same motherfucking city. I'm from Duval County. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to bully me into anything. I respect everybody. And what she said, a lot of was right. I've always said this. Don't call me. I respect everybody's pronouns. Don't you come out your mouth calling me sis nothing. because that pronoun didn't exist when I was born. People fail to remember that. Like cis became a legal like scientific term in 94. Unfortunately for y'all, I was already born. So if y'all want to be walking around being called cis this, cis that, by all means, that's your prerogative. That word didn't exist when I popped out of my mom's vagina. You know, that's how womanhood works. Or at least that's where it starts. That's where it starts.
Oh, that goes to the second one we had right away.
You come out in a vagina, and most times, every now and again, what comes out of the vagina also has said vagina. And that's how we keep things going. I will gladly give the claim of womanhood to natural birth women if they can take all my problems away. Can you repopulate the earth? Because I don't want to do it. I never did. And I'm sure some of my friends would be like, have kids, actually better yet, take mine. Go crazy. Like, when you're talking to me about the fact that I just had a hip replacement and now I cannot have a natural birth because either A, I'm going to dislocate my hip again and potentially injure my baby or whatever, where I will have to have another full hip replacement, you know, all the things. And if I do get lucky enough to be able to do it the first time, I won't be able to do it the second time. And these are things that have scientifically been told to me because of my hip replacement or whatever. These are now things that I have to think about. Last time I checked, they don't have to think about if they're going to be able to have an epidural or not, if they're going to have a natural birth or not. I do. I'm sorry that they didn't get to lose their damn mind last week like I did and been crying all day like I have or whatever, because last week I was ovulating and I was a feral little kitty cat. And then this week I'm a crying basket case because I'm just counting down the days until Mother Nature decides to say, what's up? So I can stop feeling like a crazy person. Until they can do that, I don't want to hear it. Until you have PCOS, I don't want to hear it. Until the hair on your chin and your mustache is not because you were born that way, but because of your body deciding that it wants to OD you with womanhood or whatever. Yeah, then we can chat. Until then, I don't care what you do with your life. Do not impinge your rules, your feelings, your ideas on me. I respect you as long as you respect me. You don't respect me, I don't respect you. That don't change for nobody. I feel that same way about what Kendrick said. I'll cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. Okay. All right. I just cut off my own fucking best friend, by the way, just FYI. So be careful who you call a waifu moving forward, because they're not the same anymore. So see, I don't give a shit. Now that you've gotten all that,
I think you
answered Corey's sitting there like, damn, I unlocked something I didn't know I was about to unlock.
No, you answered all the questions that pretty much was.
No, he making that face about that last part I just threw in.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm trying to get into it a couple weeks ago, and fucking Zelmay ushered me on because he didn't want the content. I tried to deal with that a couple weeks ago.
You tried to deal with what?
I even sat and asked why y'all niggas was beefing, and this nigga just went into the show instead of letting it play.
Which we gonna do the video right now?
She beefing.
Truth's thought on this is that I think that trans women have a more beautiful understanding what womanhood is.
I agree.
So that's it.
What the fuck are we even talking about anymore? What the?
Yeah, that's basically what the
What
first.
the fuck are we talking about anymore? It's pissing me off. And then if one more person sit here and be like, cis has always been a word. Cis is a word. Read the book. Okay, well, use that same book to see when that shit came out. If y'all are under the age of 90, if you were not born in 1994 prior, you can sit there and use that claim. Since I was born before the word existed, I get to use that claim as well. The shit ain't real. The shit ain't real. We would not need cis in front of women if it was not for the fact that we have other forms of something in front of women.
But you answered most of what she said, but I do have a question for you. I already posed Afro. So let's listen to this statement.
What was your wait, pause that. What was Afro's stance on this?
It was stupid, but he did see some of the point about what she finna say. So we see what she said. The first part he said was stupid completely. This part kind of like I see it.
Patriarchy, brother.
Yeah.
I'm in a very bad mood right now, so forgive
By the way,
me.
Drew is a real woman. She just problematic on.
Yeah,
TikTok.
Drew is not a trans woman.
Video that you guys are getting fake outraged with my friend ER Fight Master is over a year old. The fact that you're pretending to give a fuck now means that you guys saw one alt-right MAGA-loving creator make a video espousing TERF rhetoric, and now you want to get clicks and likes too. Which means you didn't go and watch the episode, you didn't do any of your own research.
We're doing it twice for you.
And that's embarrassing. So I'll go ahead and catch you up. The conversation being had is about how trans women most oftentimes identify with femininity and womanhood, sometimes even better than cis women do. There's an entire discussion to it. Maybe you should go watch it before you pretend to get mad. Either
I am not going to watch it.
Yeah, go on and let her finish because I already
way. Saying
like, I'm
it's
trying not to be like other
misogynistic to agree with a
But I already
trans
got a
woman
name.
on what it means to be a woman, and then in your defense of that talking point, saying things like they don't know what periods feel like or they don't know what childbirth feels like is really fucking stupid and embarrassing for multiple reasons. Overarching though, it's bigoted and transphobic. Ironically though, it's also misogynistic. Reducing.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go.
This is a question I want to ask right here.
No. So let's fucking go.
I want to ask this
all
question.
of that shit was stupid. All of that shit was stupid.
I want to ask. This the question I asked Afro.
Run it back for 2 seconds. No, run it back for 2 seconds because there was something she said
womanhood
specifically.
down
Like, run it back.
Stupid and embarrassing for multiple reasons. Overarching though, it's bigoted and transphobic. Ironically though, it's also misogynistic. Reducing womanhood down to your uterus and what it does is quite literally a pillar.
Pause it. The reason why trans women think it's dumb to talk about, to bring up childbirth, periods, or whatever, because they're begging for something that we never asked for, and they have never been. They have never been marginalized. They have not been treated. They don't die in childbirth. Okay? They don't die in childbirth. They get to speak on a lot of shit they know nothing about from an outside experience. You sitting here talking about that's not that shouldn't be brought up in womanhood. That's a part of being a woman. If you want to be a woman, I really need them to gain. And unfortunately, it's not medically possible, but I wish it was. I wish that we could give y'all uterus, ovaries, all that shit, especially you person of color, stupid ass whore. Because let me tell you something. You are the same bitch. She knows she's a person of color. She ain't never heard from her people of color friends or whatever about how easily we die through childbirth, especially Black women. That's an insult to me. And I haven't even given birth.
Hold on, she is a woman.
I don't give a fuck. She's stupid. Because clearly she ain't never been through nothing as a natural born woman, or she's been tone deaf to her friends and shit. Because to say something like that, as if like that doesn't make any sense. That is a part of being a woman. I'm so sorry, but the vagina is associated with the female sex.
Her point in that is that comes across as reducing women to their parts, which is a pillar of the patriarchy.
It is, but however, we cannot act like it doesn't exist. It still exists, regardless if we want to be treated equal like men or whatever. These are the issues. And you don't get to come in and bypass the issues of the patriarchy, being a woman, trying to maneuver through the patriarchy, and not just the patriarchy, the white man patriarchy, you white passing asshole, the patriarchy or whatever, and then just be like, I'm a woman. No. You ain't lived this struggle. You ain't lived this life. That's like having a nigga that's from the suburbs come into the hood and then throw up gang signs. You ain't lived this life, my nigga. You ain't earned that shit.
Niggas don't want to come to the hood.
You can pay about
the
$100 million a
hood
year.
is currently submerged in water.
But I did say that too. I
they
said
were taking boats. They were taking boats.
I did agree with you on
the
that
other day.
But yeah, like
you can't go with somebody else.
Like you haven't even lived the struggle to speak on that. And then as a natural born woman, the lack of empathy, I'll never understand how people end up losing the lack of empathy for their own, trying to suck a dick of another. And that was not a literal pun, but if you want to go there, fuck it.
Afro loved it.
Fuck it. I don't care. But you know what I mean. I don't think that like you're pandering to another audience and throwing your own under, and don't get it twisted. I think people need to understand, just because I am never going to sit there and allow you to convince me that you're any more of a woman than I am. And that goes for natural born women. Okay. You're not going to be anything more than me in my mind anyway, which is why this doesn't really affect me. However, I do think it's shitty that I think one of the common things that gets brought up in terms of, because for whatever reason on their side, it's like, oh, the straight women are jealous of them. For what? You're trying to have what we have. What are we jealous of? We just want you to understand certain shit. And a lot of it is always down to respect. Like I said, I have been with both trans men and trans women. Neither one of them have ever come out their mouth and called me a cisgendered woman.
I got one question for you, Moonbeam.
The minute they say they want to be called she, her, whatever I choose, call me Poppy, even though you got your titties bigger than mine or whatever, like, and your hair is longer than mine and your ass is as fat as mine, then sure, Poppy, whatever. That's your nigga name, cool. I don't give a shit. Do you. I do not care. But when you start impending, you do not get to ask me to respect you, to fight for you, to this, and that. And then you don't give that same grace. And I don't know why the internet, for whatever reason, has convinced themselves that, like, if you go into the comments of a lot of these posts, a lot of the women, the natural born women, are saying the same thing. It's always, don't call me sis nothing. Don't do that. Don't try and act like you're more of a woman than I am. I will treat you as a woman, but the minute you start acting like you're more of a woman than me, I'm gonna remind you that you were born with a dick. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Moonbeam, I do have a question for you. I did present this to Afro. Is it more misogynistic and patriarchal for a man becoming a woman to tell women how to be women?
Oh boy, boy.
As she said, a woman telling trans people, a man who is turning into a woman, give him respect, how to be a woman.
No, I think that the patriarchy, if you transition from a man to a woman, trying to tell a woman how to be a woman, that's stupid. Get out of my face. The other way around, a woman that's transitioning to a man telling, what was that? What was that last part you said? The other way around.
The opposite is just basically women trying to tell trans women. Is that more patriarchal? What she is saying right here. We saw the whole video already. I'm not going through the whole thing. The difference is, once again, in both of those scenarios, and both of those scenarios, they're different. You want to know why? Because that latter thing starts with what? A woman. A black man can't tell me what it's like to be a black woman. A black woman can't tell a man what it's like to be a black man in America. You feel me? I can't tell you how to be a good man or whatever because I ain't a man. All right, I can tell you what I think are good traits of a good man, and yada yada. But this is why we say things like, "Oh, fathers need to be in our household to teach our sons how to be men." Blah 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 blah. Like, I can't speak on things that I don't know about, or I can't speak on things that I like to pretend I know about, but have never actually experienced in my life. As a man, and you transition to a woman, baby. First off, stupid. If I was born with a peen, let me tell you, I'm not transitioning. I'm just going to be a bisexual man. Because if you think I'm getting rid of my male privilege, because once again, which I just saw a post and I was finally glad to hear it from a man, I damn near ran off the road when I was listening to it. He reminded us that it is still harder in America for a black woman than it is a black man. Because at the end of the day, the black man has the man part. And so then there's still a level of respect that the patriarchy will always put men over women, no matter what color man that is. Now, you may be beneath the white man, but you're still ahead of a white woman and a black woman. I can promise you that.
most
I
times.
don't know about the
Or
white
whatever,
women.
but
White
definitely
women
black
got a
women.
lot of us killed now. I ain't
Well,
gonna
no,
say
white
black
women
women.
done came back. White women done came back with the Karen shit. But you
It's
definitely get
we done got murdered over a
definitely
lot
get
of
more
white
than a black
women.
woman. But
We
you
done had a
definitely get
whole
more than a black woman.
massacres
You
of black
definitely
people.
get more respect. I don't care. Oh, whatever.
I ain't gonna
I
fight
do
black
not
women,
care.
but white women, I'm not.
Yeah,
So
black women.
yeah, that's what I said. Black women, white women, no. But when when y'all got the right to vote, they put y'all above white women. Just remember that, because y'all get the vote before women.
And then they said we.
But then they
killed all of us.
They was like we tripping. It was like we tripping, but just know it's still always in a way. It's always been that way. As I would not transition from a man, I wouldn't lose that privilege. Now, if I was I would if I could transition genders, I mean not genders, races. Oh yeah, I would definitely become a black person if I was white. But,
I'm just saying, I give you that. You ain't got enough money to pay me to be a woman. I got 4 sisters. I can't do it. I'm cool.
I don't I love being a black human being.
I have no interest in being
like,
a woman.
do I necessarily love being a woman? There are things that I could definitely, I would definitely appreciate as a man. No periods, like, the list goes on, even outside of the reproductive system.
There's a few cons to being a black man, though. For anybody that don't know, it's a few cons.
Let me tell you something. I'd be a deadbeat
daddy
right now.
Hey, when the police,
I'd be a deadbeat daddy right now if I had a opinion.
I'm saying, like
I would have had my babies.
You ever had the cops pull the zip ties too tight on your wrists? That shit's lame.
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie. I would be a man in every situation except for being a black man with the police involved, because then it get a little wild. It gets a little crazy. That's the only scenario. Like that shit get a little crazy.
And I assure you, it's not. But see, what sucks is in 2026, it's not just the black men, because you may not have known what it feels like for the zip ties to be too tight, but this bitch.
I just want y'all to know, cops are still out here knocking niggas' headlights and tail lights out just to be assholes. We was just talking about that last night, yo. Cops are still out here doing that shit.
But to answer your question, the first one is like patriarchal bullshit. The second one is if you want to sit here, it's no different than like an all black online group, and then you find a cool white person. You're like, all right, you can be in here, but don't be on no bullshit.
In the cookout, you
better follow the lead, but don't get out of line. That's what that is. This is what it's like to be a woman. And oh my God, I'm so annoyed by this conversation. When I tell you, I'm so annoyed by this conversation. And I hope that all of my former trans lovers are not on that end of the conversation, because if so, you've just been suckered into the social media algorithm bullshit. Because and the thing is, a lot of people that have transitioned in the beginning don't necessarily always they don't always know what they identify as. A lot of them identify originally as non-binary. And so the other stuff comes with time or whatever. And that's cool. I'm all for being whoever you want to be. Bitch, I promise you, I literally want to be the moon. Like, no lie. I want to be the moon or the unicorn that lives on the moon. I hate humans. I hate half of the world. Like, I hate bills. I hate the government. I hate the internet. Like, the only thing I don't hate is anime, movies, smut. I can't say the other things because they may or may not be illegal. But here we are.
But let's go into why everyone's talking about this right now. This is one of the reasons we have to. First off, the WNBA self-ID eligibility language has pulled broader trans in sports debate into mainstream sports media almost overnight. Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham public comments on protecting women's sports this July reignited the conversation league-wide. This is just for the basketball part, but this kind of led into the TikTok.
I know this. I know this because the soccer player, the famous soccer player, came out against what she said and stuff. But to argue with that, I saw that, and I understand what she's saying. Like you're standing up for your people, like all types of shit. I get that. That's cool. However, I do not believe that before, because I can't remember if she transitioned or if she's just a lesbian. But regardless, while she was in a female-dominated sport growing up, if she would have been okay when she was at the height in her prime of her career, would she have felt the same way if she was getting her ass beat by someone that was born a man? See, it's easy to talk about all this shit when she's no longer in the league. She doesn't have to compete against that.
Yeah, but Sophie's in the league, so I see what you say.
Which
But
is
yeah,
why
that's-
she says what she says.
Yeah.
Protecting women's sports.
But let's go.
Because for the longest, we didn't have women's sports. And guess what? All the trans men that are getting to become women, I mean, all the men that are transitioning to women, they've still always had access to sports.
Don't you disrespect the patriarchy. We had you guys doing the proper
Softball.
sports. There was knitting, there was weaving, we had
Cheerleading and softball.
Hold on.
And volleyball, because you gotta have the bouncing titties. Never forget the volleyball.
Never forget the dishwash relay of 1966.
See?
Okay.
See?
I'm just saying.
And this is what y'all debating us on. This is what y'all debating us on.
But the case for lived biological experience, girlhood socialization starts before conscious memory. How a person is raised, praised, policed from infancy shapes identity long before puberty even begins. Menstruation, pregnancy risk, and other biological realities. That's why I'm glad Moonbeam was just saying.
Sexual assault.
Yeah.
Sexual assault.
Yeah. Creates a shared
I'm pretty sure as a man, at least if they were dealing with another man, they had a little bit of they hopefully had a little bit of fight in them. Because when I was sexually assaulted and lost my virginity, I didn't really have that power, woman versus man and whatnot.
Listen, let him finish reading it.
Shoot me now.
Advocate
I'm listening.
A category of insight, physical and social, transition later in life can't fully replicate. The strongest versions of this argument isn't trans aren't women. It's certain formative experiences are simply inaccessible without a female body part from day one. Now, chosen.
I promise you, they can be women. I am okay with them saying they're women, as long as they refer to me as a woman as well, with nothing above it, and then do not try and take away my experience by cosplaying me and then telling me that I'm not the fucking prototype. That pisses me off. You're cosplaying me, ho.
Please.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Just let him finish reading.
Sorry.
Please.
You don't understand how much this is on my timeline right now.
It's on mine too.
Yeah,
I was at the airport.
Listen, it's not
like I said, all of that shit from Woody, like she's someone that I know personally, so I'm seeing all of that shit nonstop. People that aren't even like that are talking about her, it's ending up on my feed, and I'm not even a friend. I'm like, how is your content?
I don't believe. Like the one you're talking about, we don't even know her.
Oh, y'all haven't seen the Discord about the light skinned lesbian. She's going viral.
I probably seen her. I ain't gonna lie. I probably seen her if she light skinned.
She's light skinned with really long fucking locks, and she's a stud. And they was coming for her because she had just did an interview or whatever with one of her other stud friends, and then the trans community decided to act like they was attacking them, which they weren't. But continue.
Many trans women describe, this is the trans perspective. We got to give everybody perspective. Many trans describe living through both male and female socialization, give them a direct comparative view most people never have. Gender dysmorphia and deliberate, often difficult process of transition can produce a heightened, hard-won awareness of femininity, cost, and means. Advocates argue that having to fight for the right to be recognized as a woman builds its own form of expertise.
As a woman, we fight for the right to be women every day, but continue.
The strongest version of this argument isn't biology doesn't matter, it's that identity forged under scrutiny carries its own depth of understanding. Now, how the public stand. 58% oppose trans athletes competing per gender identity at the college pro level. 59% oppose it at the high school level. This is down 7 points since 2025. Does live experience automatically outrank identity, or is that even a right question to be asking? Can this stay in a good faith of debate, or is it some structurally a zero-sum fight?
It's a zero-sum fight.
I agree. Now
it's a zero-sum fight because there's always going to be this discourse, always. But I can tell you right now that unless you've transitioned to being a woman and you only date other people that have transitioned or opening up, then you're also walking around here lying to people. So
we got some interesting debates that I think got real stupid. So let's listen to some of these stupid ones.
God.
Why are straight men? This is a debate from last week as well. Why are straight men not being called homophobic for not dating bi men? Why is it only straight women? That's the dumbest question.
Wait, what? Why are straight men not being called homophobic?
For
dating
not
but they are called homophobic. What?
For dating bi men, which doesn't make
why
sense.
Why are they called homophobic for not?
Yeah, why would they call them homophobic if they're
nobody knows? The
man?
internet, TikTok is a bunch of.
That's the point, Moonbeam. If they were dating bi men, that it wouldn't be homophobic.
Oh, okay.
That's
are we dead ass? I was like, okay, I thought I was tripping.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I get it. By the way, they won't ask. I notice a lot of people on TikTok won't ask why they won't date bi women because most men would just be like, hey.
No,
but the thing is,
I've dated bi women, but I've also we talked about.
No, but see, the thing is, I don't even like this because women don't like bi women. It is way more of a. It's way harder to find a masculine or just a lesbian in general that actually appreciates bi women. The bi community in the LGBTQ, up until the T was added, I believe it was always like the shit was going to bi people. It was always, you can't, they don't know what they want. You can't choose, blah, 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 blah. So if it makes you feel any better, trans, the bis had it too, which is why I never claimed bi because I always hated that.
Well,
and then I realized that I wasn't bi because I dated one of you guys.
So we're going to get into that D in a minute, but we got one more stupid thing to talk about before we get into something.
What did D say? Hey, D. I did see that. People blue.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute, which they didn't and they not because football about to start. But this is the stupidest thing. All of this is one of the stupidest things ever. So let's do it.
He wants, but he knows he still wants access to your body. That's a sexual predator, and that's why I say situationships are a form of abuse.
Wow, people just love using words nowadays. Do not enter a situationship with that young woman. Okay. Now I know you're
going to jail.
What she said was probably like, how? If a man doesn't know if he wants to be in a relationship, but he wants to sleep with this woman, she has the full right and ability to either tell him she doesn't want to sleep with him or cut things off entirely. Like that, I feel like that's a reasonable question to ask. She actually combated that point.
And that the women aren't just mindless. They are free to leave the situation at any time, but you're still taking advantage of a vulnerable woman.
Genuine question. Vulnerable in what way? Vulnerable how? And how is anybody taking advantage of anyone? Aside from the fact that her language is just inflammatory, I will never understand how the onus is put on a man who is being honest, saying that, hey, I don't know what I want right now. It may not be a relationship, but I would absolutely like you to remain in my life. How that man is the bad. Like, again, I hear the argument much more when it's a guy where he knows he doesn't want a relationship, leading this person he does strictly just to sleep with her. Yes, I understand that's a problem. But literally, and again, I hear people have been saying this all the time lately. If a man tells you that he doesn't want a relationship with you right now, and you choose to stay with him, that's not him taking advantage of you. That's like you just choosing to be there. Like, again, women have autonomy, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like this framing, and I'm sure this person would consider themselves feminist.
But I do want to say this from that because Bryce made a great point anyway. I do want to make this point. Why does everybody talk about everybody like they're fucking children and they don't have autonomy over their own life? Oh, you don't know any better. They just
because people learned a couple of words during the pandemic and now they think they know everything. And now they think some of them actually went to therapy and now they think they're therapists. I hate the use of words these days because most times they're used out of context. Other times they imply such strong things that if you're not careful, you're convincing half of the country that people that want a situationship are predators or abusers or any of that bullshit. When last time I checked, a situationship, the ship aspect involves two people. It's just a situation if there's no shipping. So if he's not shipping, then you don't ship. You situate, okay? You situate his ass wherever the fuck he need to be, and you go find you another to put him where he needed to be until or not until the fuck. I just don't understand. You know what? We are women. They call us hoes anyway. Have a roster. We don't have to do this. They're going to call us a hoe anyway. Have yourself a roster. And then you won't feel like you're being taken advantage of with the nigga you like or kind of like don't want to be in a relationship with you or dragging shit out because it's okay. You got someone to occupy your time until he decides.
Afro, your thoughts on situationships?
I mean, everybody's an adult.
Thank you.
Everyone has free will. If he's not zip tying you to the crib or fucking locking you in a closet, fucking you can leave whenever you want. No one's forcing you to do anything. So there's no abuse there. There's just an abused mentality at play.
Yeah. But to D Watkins' point, let's talk about this. The 2027 WNBA draft just got weird. Not really. So let's go on this. How we got here? Like I said, we already said that July 25th, Sophie coming in August. Enes Kanter, Freedom, announced he was declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft, citing league's ambiguous self-ID eligibility language. Royce White, a Republican U.S. Senate candidate who lost, by the way, I do want to point this out. He lost to a former woman, by the way, Michelle Tafoya in Minnesota, who was also a Republican, and who basically beat him badly. He got destroyed by her in the Republican senatorial race, which I doubt either one of them would have won anyway, but still, they're there for show, apparently. Now August 26th, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert sent a memo to all teams calling the issue complex and nuanced and promising listening sessions. She talked too much. She probably shouldn't just talk on these things, just let it go away. But here's the league reacts loudly. Defense. Supporters called accountability, not mockery, forcing the league to answer a question it avoided for years. Several conservative commentators and fans framed it as exposing a real gap in written policy. Both players said they expect to be denied. The point was never to actually make a roster. The backlash. Former players publicly blasted the move. One 9-year NBA veteran called it weird directly on social media. WNBA Hall of Famer Cheryl Miller told reporters she considered outsiders looking to hijack the league's moment. The WNBA Player Association issued a statement rejecting being used as a political pawn in the fight. Why isn't it simple as it sounds? Declaring for the draft doesn't guarantee inclusion in the draft pool or a roster spot. No team is required to select anyone. The WNBA collective bargaining agreement restricts the league to women players, but never actually defines woman in writing, which I don't. But by the way, I want to say this because Joe been on this a long time. I have never had somebody define woman in writing to me in any job or anything.
You don't get this. You don't get a descriptor when you're doing an application online. When you go to the doctor's office, they don't have like woman in parentheses at born naturally or has a vagina. It don't
Not
say
in
none of that.
Texas. Not in Texas.
No, I'm saying it doesn't exist.
Oh, I'm gonna say. It doesn't. I'm gonna say I don't know if it's somewhere else in New York or Canada. It ain't in Texas.
I'm saying you don't see it unless it's somewhere very, very open. I don't know where that is, but it definitely ain't in the red state of Florida.
Cause I seen Joe be like, they ain't defined woman. I have never seen anything defined.
Yeah, we all do live in red states, though.
Yeah, I have never seen someone define woman.
You said not true.
I said
I've never
that's
seen
true.
it.
Oh
I've
yeah,
never seen anything define woman before.
But I ain't never seen it.
I've never seen anybody have to define woman before. There's never been a thing.
That's because it never needed to be a thing.
Yes. The league currently has no formal published policy for evaluating a transgender applicant eligibility. The situation exposes exactly that gap. Legal observers note that if either player is turned away without a clear written standard, the league could face its own discrimination exposure either way. By the way, that is not true. Trump last year did a Title IX, exclusion from trans people from the federal government, telling NCAA college football they can't do it. So if they do put it up, it's already a precedent. By Title IX cannot save trans people. In 2025, Trump put that up to the Supreme Court. That was ruled on last year. Therefore, it allows the rules to do this. This is the argument people are making, but I'm like, it's a bad argument because it's already been defined. Because it defined under the Olympic rules. So Trump wanted to put it under the Olympic rules, so Olympic from other countries can't.
Arguments are a dime a dozen.
Yeah. So I know some people like legal observers said this from some YouTube legal observer. It's not possible. It would not be a discrimination lawsuit that has already been taken care of by the Supreme Court. I know some people gonna argue high school and college. that's for them. But I'm like, no, that goes for everything because Title IX affects everything. It's not just college and what's name. It's just the reason it's high school and college is because it was Trump asking to deny funds from high school and colleges. He can't deny funds from MB protein, but that was just a situation. But it discreetly says, ruled I think 6-3, that you cannot it's a situation cannot be used at that. But most people argue that they didn't define woman, but I'm like, nothing defines woman. Clearly. So that's also a problem. But let's actually do what it is. It's satire with a point. By the way, I do want to say this. Royce White is a horrible human being. He's a piece of shit, and he probably couldn't even make the WNBA even if they let him because he can't fly on a plane because he's scared. That's the reason he didn't make the league. He got drafted and literally got cut in like 3 weeks because he refused to fly on a plane to a game. So I'm like, okay.
Ridiculous.
So I don't know what you're arguing about. Now, it's satire with a point. Forcing the league to answer a real unresolved question is fair game. This is with the satire with the point. The ambiguity exists before they exploited it. Nobody actually gets hurt if neither player is drafted, which both say they expect. It's a cruel stunt. This is the other perspective. 2 former pro athletes using the WNBA as a punchline mocks the league and the women who actually play it. No openly transgender athlete has ever even attempted to compete in the WNBA. Critics say it's a stunt and target a hypothetical, not a real situation, which it is too. By the way, I don't know how we got this argument about trans women playing WNBA when there has never been. There's not even a trans person playing in college. There's not one even in college. Matter of fact, the NCAA defined it for you, so they can't even play college basketball because they defined it last year for college basketball that you have to be naturally born to play college basketball, which college basketball is basically the only way you can get into the WNBA for most people. So all this has already been done, so it's always weird. It's exploring the legitimate loophole, a way to force police clarity or undercut the message, which I don't know how this is an issue when you like no one has ever attempted it. Which is confusing to me, Ephraim. But I want to know your thoughts, Ephraim.
People are dumb. Could this be seen as a cruel joke at the NBA's expense, at the WNBA's expense? Yes. I mean, but I don't know. It's so stupid, man. It's all really dumb. Like, but it was supposed to be, I do believe. Like you just said, neither of these gentlemen actually expect to get drafted into the WNBA, regardless.
Brittany Griner was tested as a woman though in the Olympic thing because they had to for the Russian Olympics. She played in Russia. She got to be defined as a woman. Russia don't do that. So
yeah, Brittany Griner is not. I've been seeing a lot of people use Brittany Griner as an example for trans rights, and I'm like, I didn't know Brittany was.
Because she's not. She's not trans.
Yeah, they tested her in Russia, dog. So
she's not trans. Jesus,
that bitch tall as hell, though. I give you that.
You can't just be like a masculine woman. We get in that Andrew Tate category. Would you rather have a woman like Hulk Hogan or a man?
What Brittany Griner? What? She like 6'5", ain't she?
She's about 6.
You've never met tall basketball players?
You gotta climb some more trees. I know you're 6'5" and it's tough for you to climb trees.
I'm just saying that's a big
hell. You tall as hell.
Yeah,
you're like 6'9".
We gotta stop with that.
You are. Tori is like 6'9".
I saw you towering over Joe the other day. Joe about 6'1".
Right, high as hell. I thought the nigga had on platforms. No lie.
I'm saying
these niggas.
I met you at the Family Dollar. You got some evidence
now. If you
now.
ever catch me at 6'9", I do have platform shoes on, and they're fucking high.
No, he doesn't. That's all him. Half of it's his dick.
Yo, preach.
The 9 inches. Mm-hmm. He's really 6 foot.
But finish your point.
He's like, you know what? I won't debate the 6'9" allegations now. He's like, I can work with this now.
Hey, look. You want to throw me an extra inch? You want to throw me an extra inch? I'm never gonna deny it.
Oh, so you're only.
She is 6'9", by the way.
He is 6'9".
I'm not.
No, he is. We're not joking. And don't let him convince you otherwise. He really just say that shit.
I wasted
he say
all
that shit so
potential.
he's not looked at as an intimidating black man. So he doesn't tell y'all his real height, because if he tells you his height, his light skinness will no longer save him from being an intimidating black man. So
yo, my knees really grow, folks. My knees really grow.
But yeah, ever finish your point? See what I go through. Bro, I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
No, what nasty work, yo.
You didn't care. Whatever it was, you did not care. You know, the world cares.
I'm just the world.
You're just the messenger.
The world has to care. Yeah.
No, that's the problem.
Always.
Yeah.
I wish the world would stop caring about some things.
No, but no, I want to know.
Niggas you going? Just being funny, yo.
I'm just over.
That's all I'm saying.
I was just like, yo, this is not even a serious conversation to be talking about.
Funny niggas was pissed off. Cheryl Miller got it. She was like, these niggas is making fun of us.
The question is, why did they bring this up when there's nobody in the WNBA or trying to get in the WNBA? They're trying.
Because
it's an election year. Oh my God. It's an election year and trans rights come up every election.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's an election year. You gotta be
so never actually think that some of these people care, because they don't. Because if they cared, they would have been pushing it since '94 when they decided to give us the cis woman scientific stuff.
I'm trying to tell you, they want you to argue about the trans dealios because they don't want you to pay attention on where your money is, a tax-paying citizen.
Exactly. And then guess what? When time goes on, they will repeal whatever the fuck they passed. Because they love doing that too. Don't ever forget.
And they got the flock cameras ready to look at you everywhere you go. Flock cameras everywhere.
Baby, I can tell you right now, they'll follow. They're gonna go far as sports. Nah, but I think people think that because then they're tapping into sports, they'll get to everything else. If you think that making this a thing in basketball in the women's NBA is gonna get y'all in a women's bathroom, you're wrong. And I'm okay with y'all being in the women's bathroom, by the way. I don't give a shit. I'm a former cheerleader. I've peed, pooped, slept, and changed in front of everything. I don't care.
But y'all see the question right there. Whatever y'all want to ask it. But we got one more to get out of here before we get out of here. The Newman family firestorm. I'm probably gonna be canceled tomorrow. Julian Newman responds to sister Jaden's privacy violation, which leaked. She had leaked. Violation has internet split. We're covering the public fallout, not the material itself. Quick refresher. Who are the Newmans? Julian Newman, born 2001, went viral more than a decade ago as a varsity basketball player at just 9 years old, later becoming a full-time streamer and content creator. Jaden Newman, born 2004, built her own following as a standout young player. She famously beat Steph Curry in a three-point contest and now plays college basketball at Cal State, LA. Together, the Newman family built one of the basketball's earliest viral content brands with millions of followers and across their platform. What we actually know, timeline. In early August 2026, private, intimate footage involving Jaden began circulating online without her consent. Jaden said publicly she believes her account was hacked. How the material was actually obtained hasn't been independently confirmed. Julian has appointed a former partner as a possible source, a claim that is also remained unverified. Jaden later discussed the emotional toll on No Jumper podcast, which was today. Shout out to the thing, describing the real distress over having her privacy violated, which my boy D said the video was mean.
Was mid. Not a site you frequent.
This is let me just say this. Yes, she does. She has OnlyFans again. They go No Jumper, and I'm gonna show you why I think this. I have no proof. This is alleged by me.
By me
and many others allegedly. She put this out herself and then go on podcasts to talk about it because she was not mad. She even went on stream that day like, "Oh my God, stop talking about it. I'm so upset," and just kept streaming.
I'm so upset. Now, if you was real upset, you probably wouldn't be online.
And her brother also said that she's gonna be the next Kim Kardashian, which is very weird.
And then there we have it. If your brother says that, that damn near just confirms it for me.
Yeah.
I don't even know who these people are, but he said the Ray J line.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it right now. Julian publicly predicted the fallout would make Jaden bigger than past celebrities who face similar violations, framing it as a career opportunity. Critics say that framing reduces public privacy violations into a marketing moment, reviving the old harmful "a leak equates to fame" narrative. The how Kim Kardashian got famous from being Paris Hilton's like secretary or whatever she was.
She was her assistant, right?
Yeah, something like she worked for.
She went at first. She was just her stylist. Then she became her personal assistant. Then the Ray J tape dropped.
Oh, okay. I knew it was one of the like one happened first.
It was both. Yeah.
Now others has pushed back the criticism, saying Julian was simply trying to stop.
Same thing.
Yeah. What this has confused me. Others pushed back on the criticism, saying Julian was simply trying to stop the online pile-on and shift the blame away from Jaden. I don't know how that did that. The debate isn't really about Julian's intent. It's whether the public reaction like this has normalized what happened to his sister. Now, we do have an act on it. The law has caught up. The Federal Take It Down Act signed May 2025, which, by the way, on the No Jumper podcast, they pretended like it was called the Jaden Newman Act, which is not. It's the Take It Down Act. And it's like, it's a new act. I'm like, this is from 2025.
It's not new.
It's
not even remotely new.
It's the Revenge Corn Act.
It's just the Revenge Corn law. That's it.
It's to take, like I said, take it down. Criminalizes the intentional publication of non-consensual intimate imagery, including AI altered content. Covered platforms have been legally required to remove flag content within 48 hours since FTC enforcement began in May 2026, which is recently. Penalties for offenses involving adult victims run up to 2 years imprisonment, up to 3 if a minor is involved. Our minor laws need to be checked because I don't know what be going on. The bottom line for viewers sharing or
now that's what they can. That's what they can specify. Minor shit. Because people clearly don't know who the fuck what the fuck a minor is these days. That's what they should be clarifying.
Like adults is 2 years, minors is only 3. I'm like, no, that should be more. You showing
a lot more.
You sharing CSAM. Now, where's the line between defending a loved one publicly or inadvertently profiting off their violation? Does mockery or clout narratives around leaks make platforms less safe for the next person to happen? And what would actually support public response from the families who had looked like here? Let us know your takes. Remember to like and subscribe to that notification. Drop your contents, and we will be reading them all. And basically, we're gonna read this because this would have also happened recently. Julian Newman admits he tried to get his sister Jaden to start OnlyFans at 18.
Yep. So you know what? She didn't leak it. He did.
Julian Newman. That's the weirdest.
No, he didn't leak. She did not. She may not have leaked it. I'm starting to think that he did because he's tried to get her on OnlyFans before. And then also he makes that comment about Ray J and Kim Kardashian or whatever. I feel like he was just like, she ain't going to do it, so I'm going to pull the trigger. I bet you if they actually look into it, either she did it or he did it. But I'm starting to lean towards him.
So he comes on
but
and said,
this is allegedly by me. Okay.
It's a new thing allegedly by me. During an appearance on No Jumper, this was today or yesterday, the basketball sibling discussed whether Jaden would ever consider joining a subscription platform. Jaden, who currently plays college basketball at Cal State, says it's not something she's interested in doing right now, though she didn't completely rule it out. As of right now, no, but in the future, maybe a few years, I don't know. That's when Julian admitted he actually encouraged his sister to capitalize on the tension surrounding her when she became an adult, which means when she was 13, he was like, hey, when you're an adult, you need to do OnlyFans, which is weird.
Thank you. That's what's weird. He's pimping. Yo,
by the way, he said I encouraged her when she becomes an adult to take advantage of her fame.
Yeah, because he been watching her. He weird.
When she was 18, I tried to get her to make an OnlyFans.
Oh, we lost Tori. Tori said y'all had an hour out of me.
But we're gonna finish. Julian Newman revealed he tried to get his sister, then let's go. That's the only fan thing. Go to what the no jumper interview. According to Julian, his idea wasn't for Jaden to post explicit material. Instead, he believes she can monetize the type of pictures she was already sharing publicly while taking advantage of the platform subscription and direct messaging. Jaden agreed that OnlyFans reputation alone can lead people to assume anyone who joined the platform, oh, she made an OnlyFans, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the kid, he gets it right there. That family is they pimped out them kids. Their kid was good at basketball though. That's a great point. But that pimped them out. But
that's not a new thing.
Yeah.
Either. Definitely a lot of pimping out of kids, especially on social media these days.
Any final thoughts?
Oh, we got him back. I just knew he wasn't coming back. I just knew he was done. I was like, he was looking at his phone right before this. I said, Tori said we had an hour and we have passed that. He's out. But then you actually came back, which is rare because it's so close to the end. I expected him, like, if he did get dropped, he just wouldn't come back. So the fact that he came back, I was impressed.
He gotta do a spiel. It's last thought before you get to the spiel.
He don't be giving a fuck about that spiel. Do you know how many times I've done that spiel for him because he done dipped out? Don't do that.
That's true.
Anything we talked about today.
She's trying to get some coins, yo. Let her get her coins.
We know Afro is a proponent of.
Yeah.
Get your coins.
You want to sell corn? Just say that. God damn, you ain't got a lie to kick it.
Maybe she's trying to get it out and to see the test run. Or he is.
That could be. Maybe, but hey, sometimes mid does numbers. Never forget One Night in Paris, one of the most mid sex tapes of all time. And that shit's been watched.
I'm sad because I thought you were talking about the movie with fucking John Travolta in it.
No, you talking about a Night in Paris.
I was like, that was mid when it came out, but I probably should go back and watch it. Maybe it's a cult classic. That's legit what I thought.
No, I'm talking
Night in Paris.
Oh gosh,
One Night in Paris. What I say? Isn't that what I said?
To be fair, the Ray J Kim thing is legendarily mid.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kim and Ray J is mid too. But,
like hella mid. You want to know who else was mid? Me, and that weird rat face guy from Love and Hip Hop. Theirs was mid.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to say, was it? Was it Jocelyn? It was somebody else that was famous. That theirs got leaked.
The way
it was
she
mid.
held onto that shower rod, yo, she got good core strength.
Let me tell you something. I'm just mad that we didn't actually get to see what was going on with Shannon Sharp's video.
Now, if you want to talk about someone who
because that is a big man. I feel like it's hard for that to be mid.
Now, you guys remember Farrah Abraham from 16 and Pregnant, yo? She went into it and she was like, I'm not gonna give these niggas mid. And I was like, kudos to her.
Well, I just feel like if you're gonna do it, like
she played the game.
Do it.
I feel like
you're too famous. Like if I ever get on OnlyFans and like not do loose cosplay, but like do actual content, I'm going in. Like I'm gonna just be the whore of whores. That's how you make the real money, though. Scare money don't make money.
People just decide they so famous they can give out.
Not don't make no money.
Now, if you get Moonbeam. Now, if you get really famous beforehand, then you can half-ass it and make your coin off bikini shots. But you gotta get really famous beforehand for that to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you just want to get in there and make some money, you gotta freak these niggas out.
By the way, you niggas is nasty because y'all. That reason he knew that she would make money off that when she turned 18 because you niggas were waiting. You niggas be waiting. I know y'all waiting, nasty niggas.
But think, Bad Baby, fucking Lil Tay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Bad Baby.
Malu Trevor Haho, whatever her fucking name is. A lot of these top 0.8 percenters, yo.
They don't even do nothing on that bitch.
They saw the play from these nasty niggas before they was even old enough.
Yo, they don't even do. They like, we don't even do shit.
Exactly. They ain't even out here. They ain't even getting piped out or nothing. It's literally it's goddamn boudoir shots, nigga, and not boudoir shots and not back shots. It just is what it is.
Find me in 2027 with the boudoir straps. A little lewd cosplay. You know,
Showing
just a
the
little
ankles
something,
and
something.
shit, yo.
I'm gonna show more than my ankles. I'll always show my thighs. You know that. And as you've seen recently, I love showing my ass too. I just didn't used to like the back to ass ratio that I had going on, but now that I lost weight, as you can see, the ass now shows the way that I needed it. You ever seen someone that has a great ass, but like it does, like clothing never does it justice, but then you get them naked and you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt about my ass. It's a little better now because I'm small again, but yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I know.
There are a lot of girls that look, yo, the patriarchy at play. A lot of girls that look better naked, man.
Misogyny.
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 Sexism. Bigotry.
What other keyword we got to throw out? We got to throw out all the big words.
Get all the buzzwords in there.
Oh God.
Homophobia.
Albinism. Listen, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but that's a good buzzword.
Cissophobia.
Cisphobia is crazy.
Cisphobic. Oh, I'm about to start that. I am cisphobic. Don't call me that bullshit.
Listen, I feel like
that would just make you part of it.
I think we gained a lot of people because we throw out buzzwords right there. Racism.
The gay KK, is that what you just said?
Yeah, the gay KK.
So what's in the gay KK?
Those are like the super tough bull dykes, and then like the femme fatale femme boys.
All right, we gotta stay. He finna start doing these slurs.
Like the extra.
I
guess I think I would fall under the gay KKK because I feel like pansexual women naturally just end up in the gay KKK because we regulate everything, not just one piece of the pie.
The gay KK.
The gay KK is nuts. No, we're gonna hashtag that. That's gonna be a thing. They'll make trademark it now.
We forgot the word
trademark it now.
I mean, Afro found out what the word turf means. We did not.
Turf, like TURF.
Yeah,
like TERF.
Yeah, I've never even seen that, and that's probably a good thing.
We didn't know
what it is.
Was it trans something?
It's trans eccentric something feminism. It's crazy.
We learned it from.
No, and once again, words.
It's like trans exotic fucking.
I thought it was extinction.
Radical feminism. It's trans something radical feminism.
And so what does that mean? So what does that mean outside of a bunch of words? What is that supposed to mean?
It means someone who's violently a feminist, but so much a feminist that they're playing into the hands of the patriarchy.
Oh my!
Afro, I didn't know what it meant, and we did a horrible job. We just said we learned it, and we didn't learn it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when
the retention level. I know why his retention level.
I'm nothing but a man.
I'll never remember this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll let her give us the acronym.
Turf rhetoric, and now you want to get clicks and likes too, which means you didn't go and watch the episode. You didn't do any of your own research, and that's embarrassing. So I'll go ahead and catch you up. The conversation being had is about how trans women most oftentimes identify with femininity and womanhood, sometimes even better than cis women do.
All right, we don't care about that.
Saying it's misogynistic, saying things like they don't know what periods feel like, or saying for multiple reasons. Overarching, though, it's bigoted and transphobic. Ironically, though, it's also misogynistic.
We don't care about it. We're trying to learn what we learned.
Reducing womanhood down to create babies it also makes you a transphobe. Believing in feminism unless
she said like 40 buzzwords in like 26.
Less trans women are. TERF stands
because
for
she's really quick for me.
TERF stands for trans exclusive radical feminist. J.K. Rowling, ever heard of her? That's what she is. And
I still don't remember what she just said. What she said.
I knew it was trans something radical.
She said something radical feminism. Rewind it a little bit.
It's trans exclusive. It's trans exclusive radical feminist.
Okay, Afro remember. It was her.
Yeah. Trans exclusive radical feminist.
All right, we learned something. Thank you, Drew. I probably never watch it again. I'll never
Yeah, I
watch
was
you
gonna say,
again, but you taught us a lot.
I had never seen you before, Drew. I will probably never see you again, Drew.
But I
Thank
appreciate
God.
I appreciate your time with us today.
Thank the Lord.
But after that's all I got.
Unless you say something else crazy, and then maybe we'll see each other sooner than we think.
Afro, let's begin to get this process out of here.
All right. You can find me at AfroComedy765 on all platforms. You can find me Mondays on Friday Night. You're doing the Raw watch along. Tuesdays on Friday Night. You're for the Raw recap. Wednesdays on the Word Cartels Roundtable, talking top 10 anything. We just did top 10 WB cartoons yesterday. It was a nasty one. We got through it though. Of course,
That show was number 2, wasn't it?
Static Shock got bumped down to number 3, unfortunately. It went, but niggas can't stand up for a young black man, never ever. It just is what it is. But Thursdays you can catch me here on Casual Conversations, casually conversating with Zell May and the lovely Miss Moonbeam when she decides to join us. Fridays, Friday night, come join the Discord, come fucking watch SmackDown with us. Please don't get offended when we flame you for your horribly bad wrestling takes. And then Saturdays, you can catch me on Make It Make Sense, the podcast. And Sundays for Mount Rushmore on Keep It 99. So you know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
Yep, and as y'all see here, we have the MCU movie moments. Will be this Sunday at the bottom of the screen, rolling down in the ticker. So that's just the first 4 we have right now. So you can watch that and see what we're talking about Sunday as we bring Afro down. Moonbeam.
What's down?
Where they can find
What's up, everybody? You already know. Ebony Moonbeam. You can find me at Ebony_Moonbeam or Ebony_Moonbeam cosplay on all social media platforms. I'm a cosplayer, anime shit talker, real life shit talker, debaucherous whore, whatever you think I am, I'm that. Whatever you don't think I am, I'm that too, because I never gave a fuck, especially on Thursdays. And my birthday is officially in 10 days, so I really don't give a fuck. I'm about to level up to over 9,000, and then you're not going to be able to do anything with me for the rest of the year because I'm going to be the most problematic bitch ever. I'm going to make sure that I gain a new nickname from Tori, and I'm going to make half of the internet hate me. And that is my goal for the remainder of the year, including people that used to love me. So more content coming, more cosplays coming, more work. I'm about to be revamping all of the social pages, including waifu views and stuff like that. But the first step will be my page. So if you go to my page and everything's gone, don't unfollow. Just know some good shit's coming, and we're just doing a reset. So yeah, that's about it. I'll be in North Carolina next month for LoreCon, which is Blurred.com's inaugural anime convention. And then if you're in the Jacksonville, Florida area in October, I will be at WasabiCon looking like a snack. 31 Days of Halloween cosplay will officially start loading up this weekend. So you will be getting teasers every month until October. You'll get at least one every month until October, so you can get excited for what I'm excited for. I do have 31 planned, and I have some specialty things that are going to throw in there. And who knows? Maybe I will start an OnlyFans for Halloween and have me a time. We'll see.
And of course, shout out to Moonbeam, shout out to Afro, and you know I am your host, Zell May. You know to find me over on 99media.org. If you have any ideas and suggestions and stuff, over on 99ent@gmail.com. You see at the bottom of the screen right there. And if you see the sign, it says hard to beat a person who never gives up. So remember to keep stomping. Something amazing.